Yeah, so I've been sitting here for 5 minutes already waiting for Michael. I'm already in my outfit, ready for the Dia de la Independencia of Mexico, Independence Day. I'm in my Noche Mexicana outfit. Like, this man is taking forever. All right, guys, so he just told me he wants me to put on an intro song for him.
Con mi compa
I think we got two different versions of traditional Mexico.
No, I think I did it right. I think I got it right.
Babe, you have me blushing. Like,
Really? You like that? You like that dangerous style? That belicon style? I just forgot my man purse. That's about it.
your little crossbody.
Yeah, I forgot it.
Babe, Loki, this suits you. Why am I Loki liking
Really?
it?
I think you like the hat, huh? How I look with the hat on. I think that's what you like.
I think I like the gold and the caguama. That's what.
Oh, gold?
The gold, yeah.
That's just part of my persona. Like when I was born, actually, I was born with a pulserita de oro.
Oh, yo también.
You too?
Mm-hmm.
Nah.
You guys, actually, short story. I got my chain snatched when I was a kid. My gold chain.
Really?
Yeah.
You're not a real Mexican. Real Mexicans don't get their chain snatched.
Real Mexicans would have fought back as a baby. Would have
yeah.
got up out of that stroller and bang, bang.
And after they're on the floor, you spit on him, and you take a video.
Imagine just seeing a baby do that, first of all. I have a very imaginative mind. But guys, like, I'm sorry. I literally did not know what he had on at all. Babe, I feel like you're a whole nother person. Like, you got me.
Vieja. ¿Quieres una caguama?
Claro que sí, mi amor.
Don't drop it.
Claro que sí, mi amor.
Eso, vieja.
¡Viva México!
No te preocupes, dejé la bendición allá con mi mamá. No, la voy a cuidar la bendición por la noche. Tú disfruta la noche, mija.
Ay, gracias, mi amorcito. Ay, ¿cómo me cuidas?
Nomás no le diga a mi esposa.
Ay, no te preocupes, mi amor. Nada más cómprame una bolsita de Dior. I don't even know the fucking names. That's how you know I'm broke as shit.
¿Gucci? ¿Quieres la Gucci?
De Gucci, mi amor.
¿La Gucci?
De Guess.
Te compro un Birkin. Arre.
Sí, arre.
Pero vas a tener que soltar el chiquito.
Ni sé qué
You don't even know
significa
what
eso.
that
No.
It's Aino, guys. It's Aino. El chiquito.
One thing I've noticed in Mexico is like the phrases that they use. Like stuff like that. They be using phrases.
How is Dr. Simi standing up? He's just levitating, floating. How did he do that?
He got that thing. I don't want to hold this caguama anymore. It's cold.
Okay, let me put it back in the fridge, guys. It's actually for special occasions. Wait, why is this like little thing doing the splits like kind of like seductive, right? Like that's not just me.
That's how I be waiting for you. Tight shit.
Watch out with my watch. It's gold.
It looks like it's gonna fall off your wrist right now. Babe, you look so Mexican. I've never seen Michael look so Mexican before.
What do you mean so Mexican, bro? What do you still fall in love with me if I dress like this?
I would fall in love with you in any universe, mi amorcita.
Alright, y'all, for some context, you guys know this is not my stuff. If you guys see my recent TikToks, like I'm more like the streetwear vibes. By the way, go follow TikTok. So I just went to my brother's house and looked for my fits because my brother is very, very Mexican. My brother, like, this is how he actually dresses.
Yeah, this is really how he dresses.
This is all my brother's products. And I was so surprised that these pants fit me, bro. They fit me in my waist. These are 33s.
Dang, babe, you're losing weight.
I'm losing weight. Crazy.
Damn, bro.
But they're super tight, bro.
But that's how they wear them anyways. Like, that's literally the style to be that tight.
Yeah. Just the, like, fucking lonjas coming out with this shirt. I was between this shirt, like this Guess shirt, and this Golden Dragon shirt my dad has.
Wait, so what do you think about my traditional Mexican outfit?
Beautiful as always, babe.
Cute?
I like the traditional. I'm wondering what made you choose like so much like different, like white and then yellow.
So when you're like into fashion and stuff like that, the contrast of colors and the contrast of textures and textiles, I could really do a deep dive into this, but I don't know if you're ready for that. You know, I was invited to New York Fashion Week.
Ya déjese mamá, ya, plebita, ya.
I had to decline because I didn't
Vaya a
want.
hacerme un sándwich.
Ya te hice uno.
Oh, yeah, you did. But enough about our outfits, guys. You guys know that this podcast is not about us. Let's focus into the real matters that is going on right now. Like Michael, Alexis, Impulsive Thoughts podcast.
Dr. Simi.
Dr. Simi, why are you guys dressed like that?
Duh. I'm going to tell you why right now.
Drop him the hint. Drop the hint.
With the little tune. Así se siente México. Así se siente México. You know those people that sing in like the middle of games and stuff, like the Star Spangled Banner or something like that?
Yeah.
The anthem? I should do that. Like, I think I have the voice for it.
You'll come. Yeah, there'll be a lot of clips about you.
Así se siente México. Let me. Así se siente México. Like a cappella type shit.
No, let me show you how it's done. Like how a Mexican does it. Like a real Mexican. Así se siente México. Así se siente México.
So, yeah, I don't know if you guys can tell, but it's freaking Mexico's Independence Day. Hello.
Yep.
Viva Mexico.
We already did Brazil last week. If you guys haven't seen it, go check it out. But today, Mexico.
We should have looked at Brazil's anthem.
I know it.
Really? Okay, go ahead.
Me levanté de la cama, de tomar mi café, andando la crianza, mi olier.
So I was looking up top 50 of Brazil, and we found a song me and Michael freaking love.
It's by Jimin. He's actually a K-pop artist, but he's top 50 Brazil.
That's not the song.
Oh, I thought we were vibing to that one though.
Yeah, but I'm talking about the one you're singing right now.
Oh, yeah. It's a TikTok famous song right now in Brazil.
Really?
Yeah.
So the funny thing, if you guys don't know what he's talking about, let me put you a little bit of context. So yeah, I was listening to the song's top 50 in Brazil, so I can get a vibe of the country. I want to come in knowing shit, you know. I want to be singing what everybody else is singing. And I'm listening to the playlist on my run, and I hear like a English song, and I'm like, what the hell? But it's those songs that you know is from like a K-pop artist.
Oh yeah.
And I'm like, no way they got a K-pop song in the top 50, but that shit's fire. Now it's in my favorites.
Yeah. You think they just listen to Brazilian music? Go to Mexico's top 50, see what's there.
Billie Eilish.
Billie Eilish,
Sabrina Carpenter.
It's your culture. You should know these names right. And first off, it's Taylor Swift. There's a lot of Swifties here in Mexico.
There is a lot of Swifties, and I've never been able to connect with a Swiftie. I feel like that's just not my vibe.
No.
I don't get the hype with Taylor Swift.
Tyler, oh my god.
Es que me siento muy mexicana ahorita, no puedo. But guys, let's talk a little bit about what happened in the past gritos. This is gonna be my third grito here for the Independence Day.
It is, huh?
My third 3 years here in Colima already. Wow.
Wowzers.
And 3 years almost us together.
It's gonna be beautiful. In Brazil, we're gonna be together, doing together people stuff.
We are spending our 30th anniversary in Brazil, y'all. It's gonna be so fun. Sorry. Sorry.
Okay. That's the cool thing, that my birthday and the anniversary is like right next to each other, so we can celebrate together.
Oh, I wonder like who made that up? Who did that? Smart invention.
Me, duh. You had a great birthday too, though.
Oh, I had an amazing birthday. That's why I wanted to do something before Michael's birthday, because I'm like, my birthday was insane.
It was full of spoiling Alexis. That whole month was spoiling Alexis.
Because the whole month is my birthday, not just that day.
Yeah.
Like, you got to remember this. Well, you did remember this month.
Yeah.
So, first we went to Careyes, which was a nice place in Jalisco.
Very nice.
Very nice vacation. I got a whole PC. I got a desk in my PC. And I got a...
Vanity. Yeah. She got all of that.
So I was like, I guess I'll take them to Brazil. We need to stop talking about Brazil. I feel like they're tired. Like,
no,
bitch.
I love Brazil, guys. I'm sorry, but I'm so in love with Brazil. I'm so excited for this trip. And if we're not excited for the trip, then our anxiety will kick in. So let's keep ourselves excited and motivated.
They're like, bitch, we get it. Y'all are going to Brazil. Like, we get it. But
don't be mad.
But speaking about my last grito, my last Independence Day here in Mexico, it was the last one, I think.
Yeah.
Every year we go to the centro, and that's where we do the grito. If you guys aren't Mexican, don't know what a grito is, it's basically, you explain it.
Basically, yeah, they do a lot of stuff like Viva Mexico, Viva everything, and they ring the bell type stuff. It's just a big event, and then there's a bunch of fireworks. There's a commemoration to the flag. There's a commemoration of the heroes of the independence.
And they say like all the heroes' names, and everybody says it in the crowd. It's actually a really beautiful thing to witness because everybody says it and it's so loud. I really want to experience it in Mexico City.
It goes like this. So the person that is with the bell says like, Viva Mexico. And everybody is like, Viva! Viva Morelos! Viva! Dude, it's fire. It's fire. Trust.
And it's usually the governor who does it, huh?
Yeah, it's the governor, the president is gonna do it, and it's always televised, and they do it in el Zócalo. It's
in
a
Mexico City.
huge plaza in Mexico City.
That's where I want to go because that gets packed, y'all.
Yeah.
Packed.
And they be stealing phones and wallets and stuff like that. It's pretty neat.
Sorry, that looks like some shit you would do. No offense.
What the hell?
No offense.
Just because I dress like a traditional Mexican, that's how it looks now?
No. The last time we went, guys, it was so fun. I actually vlogged it. I vlog it every year. I'm gonna vlog it this year too. But on our way out, I stepped on poop.
Not just dry,
Poop.
Fresh, big pile of poop. It looked like the emoji. Like it was towering. And she somehow missed it and just stepped on it. I think you almost slept too, huh?
I did almost slip because it was slippery. Ew. Bro, we were just dying, and Max, I specifically remember Max. Oh, he was still like little back then. He was laughing so hard, like he could not stop laughing. I think I had to give up on those sandals. Those are my huaraches.
Dude, it smelled so bad. It was the freshest of the freshest you can find. Like it was market fresh.
Sorry if you guys are eating right now. But those huaraches, I wore those out. It was time for those retire anyways, because I wore those out so bad. They were holding on for dear life.
Yeah, you always be wearing out like huaraches everywhere you go.
I know, and I remember it's because we went to the Rio.
Like, girl, put on some shoes.
But I know you're not talking when you always with them chocolates with no socks.
I have Lacoste on. Lacoste.
That's a Mexican ass brand.
I know. Lacoste is big in Mexico. And I remember when I went to the US for school, like, what the hell is Lacoste? Lacoste. What is that? What is that? People didn't know what Lacoste was. People were all about Hollister and shit like that. Like, bro, those are like not up there, you know? Like Lacoste is up there.
La pipa andan con Culiacán. You should talk a little bit about how, like, when you first got to the US and your style and everything.
Oh, yeah. Guys, when I first went to the US, so obviously I had to go school shopping, like, for some outfits. But my idea of just dressing casual, dressing fresh was some, like, tube pants, some, like, comfortable running shoes. Because here in Mexico, like, if you're wearing something comfortable, then it's all right because it's not embarrassing because you just want to be comfortable. So I had tube pants, comfortable running shoes, like Nike running shoes.
Wait, you said tube pants?
Tube pants, like kind of like this, like it's just straight down like a tube.
I've never heard of that. Like tight skinny jeans?
Yeah, it's like tight, but they're tube pants.
Okay.
So some comfortable running shoes and just like whatever tees, like Hollister. I got some Hollister. I remember I thought I was cool back in the day. But just like normal ass tees, and that was the fit. And it's so Mexican. Like you guys seen the Mexican or Latino kids at your school? That's the Mexican fit, you know? And that's how I went. It changed my senior year because like I realized like obviously it's different. But when I first got there, like I looked very Mexican and I thought it was just like on some normal shit.
Didn't you tell me people were saying something about like your shoes or something? Because you only had one pair of shoes, broke ass? Oh, shit. Sorry, I had to slip that in.
Sorry, yeah, I was broke, okay. I left my parents' house when I was 15 years old. How about you? They had to kick your ass out, and I left. Anyways, and you got no dad. Anyway. So, yeah, after I realized, like, people didn't really wear comfy shoes, like Nike runners or nothing like that, I took him up. Are you okay? Are you okay, baby? I'm sorry. I can be your dad.
There's just a bunch of flashbacks going into my head, memories I've never had of me having actual relationship with my father and like having growing up with a dad. Like, damn, that could have been me, but it's not.
You're gonna display your issues publicly? Okay.
Next. Anyway, so what I was talking about my shoes.
Yeah, so about my shoes, that's really important topic. So yeah, I realized like Nike runners really like made me look like very, very Mexican. So I just had my brother, like I stole some shoes from him. They were like Ross shoes. You guys know like Ross shoes are not like actually a real brand, but they were just white. And everybody would wear like just like white Vans or white Air Forces and stuff like that. So I just would wear those white. I forgot what brand they were supposed to be. I think they were supposed to be Lacoste.
But they're
or
fake?
Tommy Hilfiger. Yeah, they were obviously fake. So
wait, Ross shoes are fake?
Yeah.
Are you serious?
Yeah. Maybe the ones that are just like marked up hella high, but you're obviously not gonna find like Lacoste or Tommy filthy the Tommy shoes at Ross, you know? Like, you can feel the quality. So, yeah. So, I just stole those shoes from my brother because he knew they were fake. I didn't, though. I didn't know they were fake. And I was just wearing to school. And I would wear them every single day. I remember what brand they were. They were DC brand. This DC brand. You know what I'm talking about?
With the big D and the big C.
Are you joking?
No, seriously. Isn't the logo like a big D and a big C?
I don't remember, but they were DC.
Yeah.
And basically, yeah. So I would wear those every day. I think those were real. But at some point, I also got some Tommy shoes that were actually fake, and I didn't know they were fake. I thought they were super cool because I'm Mexican. But yeah, I would wear those shoes, and then finally, like my friends were like, "Bro, like, you don't got no other shoes? Like, what's going on?" I'm like, huh, bro, like, you're such a girl because men only need one shoes because yeah, you only need one shoes and it's for school, dummy.
Dumbass.
Like, yeah, I'm not broke, you're just dumb. Nah, but yeah, and then at some point I wear those Tommy shoes because I did, like, kind of hurt me. Like, you only got one pair of shoes, bitch. Like, kind of did hurt me.
You come back the next day with a new pair of shoes.
Like, new pair. Hilarious. No. Sometime actually passed. A week passed probably, and I didn't think about it, so I brought some Tommy shoes. And then in class, I remember, like, I was friends with this girl, and she was like, oye, güey, no mames, ¿tienes Tommy? ¿Dónde te los compraste? And I'm like,
En Ross.
Me los regalaron. What did you think I was gonna say in Ross? I didn't want no people like I shopped at Ross.
Wait, so she was trying to make fun of you?
Yeah, low key, like, hella settled. Like, I always noticed, like, people in the US were more, like, shady, like, hella double faced, you know? Like, they were, like, French. You had more friendships in the US, but there was a lot of, like, fake friendships that didn't actually have your back. Like, here in Mexico, like, you got your group, your niche, and whoever you're friend with is, like, they're cool with you. Like, they'll have your back. But over there in the US, it's like everybody's friendly with you. Everybody's friendly, but not everybody's a friend. Just by courtesy, everybody is friendly, but not everybody's a friend. And I noticed that really, really, like fast, you know?
I wanted to say about the shoes, it's crazy to me that people would be so serious about, like, fake shoes. I remember back in the day, are you getting blinded by that?
Checking the time.
I remember back in the day, especially, like, on social media, they would gas people who had, like, fake shoes. They would record videos like gas. And I'm just like, bro, who gives this shit? Like, now, at the age I am right now, I will 100% buy some fake shoes.
Yeah, people are just finding a reason to hate on you. But I do. Sometimes it's ridiculous. The other day, I was in the papeleria and I was making a line to make some, like, copies and stuff like that. And there's this guy that he was wearing, like, top to bottom. I forgot if it was Gucci or, like, a brand like this, like, top to bottom, like, shirt, tube pants, like, exactly how I'm dressed, but, like, with fake clothes.
That's a little bit crazy.
Yeah, the shoes. No. You know how I knew? You know how I knew everything was fake on him?
Huh.
Guess what shoes he had on? He had, like, the Nike Dior's, like, Air Force Ones type stuff. Or I forgot if they were Jordans. But the Nike Dior's are super expensive. Super expensive, super exclusive. And for him to have those shoes on, that is un chingo de dinero en Mexico.
That's all it took for you to realize everything was fake?
No, I knew it was fake because of the car he was driving. Like, if he can afford those shoes, then he has a better car than the shoes, you know? But no, he didn't. He had, like, a normal car. So that's how, like, yeah, that's not you, my boy.
Be yourself, my boy. That ain't you, my boy.
Let me take off this watch because it's getting stuck. Like, it's too big.
And when you were talking about how, like, you had the one pair of shoes and they gas you for that, that's actually so funny because since I started going into school, I would only have, like, 1-2 pairs of shoes max. And I remember in high school especially, I don't know if people would ever make fun of me or talk about me for, like, having one fucking pair of shoes or 2 pairs of shoes. But I would wear, like, actually, I had, like, 3 pairs of sandals. Let me say, 3 pairs.
Yeah, your Roman sandals, dirty feet.
I would only wear sandals, and I would go out, like, through the 3 same sandals because sandals are cheap and they're cute. They go with every outfit. Duh. But y'all, I was, like, an avid sandal user. Me and my best friend, we was in this together. Okay, thankfully she didn't let me, like, by myself on this. But y'all, I'm telling you, like, even when it was raining, when it would get cold, we were wearing sandals. No flex given. Maybe when it got too cold, we would bring out the boots.
With no socks?
Who was wearing sandals with socks?
That's like for the US, that like nobody likes to see toes in the US. I did notice that when people would wear slides or anything else, they would cover their feet with socks.
Cause that's boys. When you wear slides, you wear socks.
But like, okay, yeah, with the chanclas, you can't wear
but
socks.
like, imagine wearing socks with these chanclas. These are the type of chanclas I would wear, just like girly chanclas. But anyways, once it would get cold, y'all, we would bring out the knee-high boots, and you know what knee-high boots I'm talking about. They would
oh my god, you're ghetto.
The fuck? What was that?
I'm sorry.
What was that fucking slide
I didn't know
shade?
you were like this. Like, oh, good thing I met you in college.
Anyways, I was a bad bitch. Everybody wanted me.
Right.
By the way. Anyways, we would wear these knee-high boots that were like, they would stick to our legs. They were like skinny jean knee-high boots.
Oh
and they were like suede. Like, you know, when you, it's kind of like the material of this couch.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh
they were cute
God.
though. I don't care. Like back then, that was the outfit. I would have pulled you easily.
No.
Easily.
That was not my style back then.
Easily with your one pairs of shoes. I would have had you reeled in.
One pairs of shoes, multiple bitches. Sorry. Yeah, I didn't really have bitches in high school. I'm sorry, guys.
Yeah, we know. You didn't have to tell us. I don't even think you had them in college.
So at least nobody were making fun of you. But like when I was in school, like everybody thought I was a dumb little Mexican. And I'm sorry if it's offensive if I say this, but like literally like they would call me like a beaner, you know?
Uh-huh.
And so everybody saw me like that. So that's why it was just easy to everybody to just like try to make fun of me, you know? Or just like trying to like gas me or sneak shade me. Like obviously I knew what was going on.
You should have beat those bitches up.
There is no reason for it though, you know? Because I wouldn't take it, like why would I take it personal, you know?
I remember
It's just because there's a big thing, like a big controversy with this, that Chicanos treat like actual like Mexicans like awfully when they're over there or whatever. But then Chicanos complain when we call them not real Mexicans. And I was in a big struggle with that. And obviously because I grew up like that, I'd always like know it was okay because none of them were real Mexicans.
Oh, I kind of want to talk about this. This is a little spicy topic because, y'all, there was like this whole discussion on TikTok. I was seeing so many freaking videos from Latinos living in Latino America and like American-born Latinos, and it's because Jennifer, what's her name? I said Jennifer Rivera.
No, I don't know who you're talking about.
The girl with the braids, Wednesday.
Oh, Jennifer Ortega. She went in like an interview. I didn't watch it or anything. And the interviewer basically told her like, you're Latina enough, something like that. Yeah.
And Latinos like from here, from Latino America.
Real Latinos.
They were saying like, bro, no, she's not Latina. Like, we don't care. She's not Latina. And there was just like a whole discussion. This like Venezuelan girl, I think.
Yeah.
She did a video and she was doing it. And she was basically saying like, if you were not grown up or born in Latino America, you cannot be Latino. And like this sent off a roar for Latinos in the US because it was a culture shock to me realizing that we were gringos when I came here. And that sent off like a roar with Latinos born in America, right? I'm just going to call us Americans for now, guys. I'm just going to call us gringos for now, okay? Don't get your panties in a twist. But this is a huge culture shock because obviously as us, the gringos who live in the US, we've never thought of ourselves as gringos, right?
Yeah.
And it's so weird to think that because obviously to us, gringos are specifically white people. And gringo is a negative term in the U.S., like real negative. We don't like using it. So when I found out I was gringo, I was like, the fuck? And when this whole discussion was happening, that's when gringos in the U.S. found out they're also gringos. And they started getting mad doing their videos and all this. But I feel like you really just have to see the point from both sides. And I feel like being raised in the U.S. as a Mexican American and now living in Mexico, I see very good both sides. We have the literally perfect example here because Michael grew up in Mexico. So you can give your view on what being Latino is for you.
Okay. So first off, I do want to say that me and my brother, I'm going to give my brother's point of view also. Me and my brother were born in the U.S. My brother was in the U.S. until 3rd grade. And in the beginning of 1st grade is when I was pulled out and we came to Mexico. And so right away, coming to Mexico at that young age, they were bullying my brother for being a gringo, for being a güerito, un gringo. And me, I didn't get to get bullied at the time because I was too young. Like, we were first graders. Like, nobody really, like, thought like that. But at third grade, they were already thinking about gringos y güeritos and stuff like that. My brother got bullied, like, severely. Like, he was actually sad as a little kid, a sad little kid. And maybe that's why he learned to defend himself since he was younger. And I also didn't get really considered bullying or didn't really get bullied because, like, I was just very a likable person, you know. I wasn't that güerito. I was just likable, you know. And people would always call me a gringo. I was a gringo here, a gringo güerito pocho, until I left here. That was my sophomore year of high school. I was always a gringo. I was never Mexican here. And I always had to, like, keep that identity, you know. Yo soy un gringo. Yo soy de Estados Unidos. I'm from California, you know, like, it's very clear. And I never had an issue with it. But the issue was, and it was very confusing, that is when I went to the U.S. thinking, like, okay, I'm finally going with my people, you know? And no, I was, you're hella beaner, fool. Like, I thought you were just, like, Mexican like that, but no, you're hella beaner. Like, I would get called like that all the time. I had, obviously, a horrible accent. And it's like, they didn't even treat me
as American,
as Chicano or as American or whatever. They treat me like hella beaner.
Like you're Mexican. Yeah. That's all you are.
Just because I wasn't a grudgeful or a person that would take stuff, like, personally. Like, I never saw the big deal. But just thinking back on it and, like, how I hear, like, there's such an issue with Chicanos and, like, Latinos and stuff like that. It's like, bro, you guys don't even like actual people that come from Mexico or Latin America. So that's why from my side is like, bro, like, yes, you guys are technically Latinos, but, like, it's just like, there's enough Latinos, you know. There's a big Latino community in Latin America, and I feel like a lot of Latinos, Chicanos in the US, a lot of them are, what can I say, like, whitewashed, you know. Like, they don't speak Spanish and stuff like that. But I do know, I had a lot of friends, the friends that I was closest with, they were all Spanish speaking. Their whole family spoke Spanish and stuff like that. And they were very integrated with the, like, Mexican community, like, with the culture. But there was also people that I knew that were, like, more the ones that would call me, like, more beaner and stuff like that.
And they
didn't speak Spanish at all. And like, just in that scenario, like, bro, like, that's low-key embarrassing. But
they were still claiming to be Mexican.
Yeah.
Okay, so I think this is why I think, like, you got to see it from both sides. Like, I agree with both sides to a aspect. I do agree with the sides with the Latinos, like the real Latinos born here, that a lot of Latinos in the U.S., they don't try to get in the culture. They don't put an effort to learn the language. I mean, look at me. I didn't even grow up, like, speaking Spanish like that. I always had Spanish around me, but I put in 1-2 years, I learned Spanish. Like, it is not that hard. And there's so many no sabos out there who already have a real good basic foundation in Spanish and don't want to put in the work to learn it. And yes, I know it's, like, scary too. There's people, especially in the U.S., people who just judge. That's another thing about Latinos in the U.S. Like, they have a superiority complex real bad. Like, when other people try to learn Spanish or anything, they put them down. Like, oh, no, you're not Latino enough. You're not Latino enough. But I feel like it's the same people that, first of all, feel they're even superior to the Latinos in Latino America. Because, like, I always see so many videos about, oh, I got to get my cousins in Mexico all my clothes. Or when I go to the rancho and girls looking at me crazy because I got my papers and they don't. Like, they feel superior in a way. Yeah. And, like, make fun of Latinos in Latino America. But then they feel so Latino in the U.S. You know what I mean?
I feel like... So
I see that point from Latinos, like, born Latinos. Like, I see that point, how it's just hypocritical some way, but I also know that, like, that's also just a generalization of Latinos in the U.S. Yes, there's a lot who think like that and act like that, but really, not everyone acts like that.
It's just socially in the U.S., you have to have a background because everybody has a background. Either you can be African American, you can be white, you can be, like, Italian descent, you can be, like, Asian, you know?
Yeah.
And also you are Latino. So you are part of the Latinos. And growing up in the U.S., you understand that you are Latino. But at the same time, people in Latin America, they know that you didn't grow up in a Latino society, Latino culture. So when you visit a Latino country, they will see you as a gringo because obviously you grew up in the United States.
This is what I want to say to that. Like, I think what Latinos in Latin America do not understand at all, because they've never actually lived in the U.S. They think, and I like with people I've actually talked to here and the experience I've had with people here, a lot of people think like the U.S. is all butterflies. Like there's no struggle over there, or there's no struggle for being Mexican American or Latin American over there. And that's like completely, especially you guys watching this, away from the truth. Like honestly, there's so much struggle that a lot of you guys go through, parents go through, DACA residents go through. Like it's just a lot, you know. And a lot of people, especially in Latin America, don't know that at all, and they also can't grasp the idea that the U.S. is like segregated, bro. There's communities everywhere. You're in a community. They will never see you as American, and that's just what it is. Like white Americans will not see you as American. They will look at you and put you in a category just how it is, and they'll treat you like they don't care if you speak Spanish or not. They don't care if you're in your culture or not. They're gonna treat you like a Latino, and that's just what it is. And a lot of Latinos in Latino America don't understand that at all and don't have a grasp of it, just like how bad racism and discrimination is in the U.S. and how it even flows into the workplace.
Yeah, but listen.
How it flows into school.
But listen. Discrimination and classism also happens here, you know?
Yeah, but they don't discriminate you for not being Latino. They don't discriminate you for being a part of another group, you know? I mean, there's Lebanese Mexicans here, Lebanese descent. I'm
not talking about your descent. I'm talking about just for the color of your skin or how you dress here in Mexico, you also get discriminated upon and classified just like by social status. Here it's like I feel it's very common.
Yeah,
here.
I know. I'm not saying there's not discrimination here.
Yeah, so I'm just trying to say like there's Latinos in the US that live well. And there's Latinos here that also live well, but
that's not what I'm trying to say.
There's bad counterparts as well, you know?
I know, baby. That's not what I'm trying to say. What I'm trying to say is here it's like colorism, you know? It is racism at the same time. Over there, it's for your ethnicity, for your community. You know what I mean? Like, people aren't going to go up to you here in Mexico or here in Latino America. Oh, you're a Mexican? I don't know. Like, what would you even say? You're Lebanese and Mexican, I'm going to treat you different. Like, nobody does that, you know what I mean? But they do that over there in the U.S. and even in the workplace. Like,
they do this here all the time with gente morena.
Yeah, I know, babe. But it's like everyone has the same consensus that they're all Mexican. You know what I mean? We're all in the same community. But
I don't think so. I think like everybody looks down. Here, everybody looks down on moreno.
But that's for being moreno. Like, yeah, moreno. But over there, it's for being Mexican. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And it's basically the same shit. It literally is the same.
That's what I'm saying. It's the same shit.
But what I'm saying is, like, for example, the people who are racialized as Latino in the U.S., they're Latino in the eyes of everyone else, even though they don't speak Spanish, even though they're not in the culture, even though they're like third generation. You know what I mean? They're still classified as Latino. Do you get what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And, like, that's something different in Mexico. It's obviously there's still just discrimination in Mexico and all that for being moreno, but it's just different, and like people don't realize that. And that's why Latinos in America talk so much about racial this, oh, like you're too white to be Mexican, or how are you Mexican if you're white, how are you Latino if you're Asian, all that. Like, that's such a thing racialized in the US because that's how everybody's racialized, you know what I mean? And over there it's like, obviously in Mexico, people know, Mexicans in Mexico know there's white Mexicans, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
So it's crazy for Latinos in Latino America to understand why people in America think like that. Like, how can you be Mexican if you're white? They're like, oh, you get what I'm trying to say? I don't know if that makes sense, but go ahead.
I was just trying to say that Latinos, they can understand like part of your guys' problems, but at the same time, like, I even like just subconsciously feel this way too, that there is bigger issues also, or not bigger issues because there's no bigger issues. Everybody has their own problems, but just there's the same amount of issues here in Latino America with discrimination and classism with people. That's what I'm trying to say.
Yeah.
You know, you guys have your own struggles, but we have our own struggles too. And it doesn't even like, it shouldn't even be correlated to being Latino. Like, oh, we have these issues too and this and that, but it's just about like, look, being Latino, you know, being part of the culture.
Listen, I'm not saying somebody has bigger struggles than the other. That's not what I'm saying at all. I'm saying this is the reason why Latinos in America identify themselves as Latinos. because they're put in these communities anyway. So that's why they identify. And it's also a mechanism of feeling safe going in your community.
But you know, like, even growing up Latino, like, I had a lot of Latino friends, and they like I said, they get whitewashed. Like, they can still do anything an American does. They're not always, like, a lot of people are not always like just grouped up in that bunch. No, you're still an American. I feel that it is worse in the United States con morenos also, because everybody is just so against morenos, like just people that
are darker,
you know. So I'm trying to say that the morenos have it bad in both sides, but I'm trying to say, like, not like a Latino can grow up normally in like the US and they won't be classified, you know, because I had a lot of friends that they were still, even though they were Latino, they weren't discriminated upon for being Latino. It was just normal.
Do you know that though?
I know that. I have cousins that was from Mexico that went to live over there. Y también es moreno, and he's fine. He's
baby, but it's not even just like. Thankfully, we live in California. It's not that bad. They go to fucking Tennessee. It's bad. Yeah. And like, what I'm trying to say is, your friends who made fun of you back in the day for being like Mexican and all that. Do you think a white person would see them and be like, oh, they're whitewashed, they're not really Mexican? Like, they're gonna treat them how they see them, is what I'm saying. Like, they don't have a switch to turn off or on. Like, that's what I'm trying to say. People,
I do understand that.
And also, I want to give an interesting perspective. Like, I'm not trying to defend 100% Latinos who act like that, especially at this age. Like, the age you are right now, our age, and you're still acting like that, or still acting like you're so superior for having papers, or, you know what I mean? A lot of people think like that too because of how they're treated from white people. Like, back in the day in elementary and junior high, it wasn't cool to be Mexican. It wasn't cool to be Latino. People have a lot of internalized hate from themselves, and that could be from their family members hearing stuff. And it's just like a cycle of what, like, racist people telling this to their family members. Like, it's a cycle, you know what I mean, of how they're treated, and it just cycles down to them having a lot of internalized hate. And then that's when they see somebody who's actually from Mexico, they push that hate onto them. You know what I mean?
No, I 100% agree.
And another example, back in states like Texas that used to be Mexico and all that, back in the day, they used to get beat for speaking Spanish. And that's the reason why a lot of families, especially in those states specifically, don't speak Spanish anymore. And a lot of, like, Latinos in Latino America don't see that point of view of the discrimination. This is years of discrimination and years of just abuse in a way that trickles down into self-hatred, trickles down into not wanting to learn the culture, trickles down into pushing yourself away from the culture. It's easy to say, like, oh, you don't want to learn Spanish, blah, 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 you don't care about the culture and all that, but you don't see, like, all the years of, I don't know, their fucking grandparents getting beat for speaking Spanish, or parents not wanting to teach their kids Spanish so that they can grow up easier in the US, you know what I mean? Or grow up without having an accent in the US, you know what I mean?
Yeah, I agree. I've never disregarded once or disagreed with you that people in the US, they're Latinos as well, and they get grouped up by ethnicity. Yes, they're Latinos, but I was just trying to explain, like, from the Latino point of view to y'all, you know? So
no, I know, I agree from both sides. I see both sides, and that's why, like, I don't care. Also, here in Mexico, like, being a gringo's not a bad thing. It's just a word. They call everyone gringos. So
it depends where you're at, you know? Well, because we're, like, obviously where we live right now, we're around, like, a lot of whitexicans, you know? There's a lot of whitexicans, but there is cases of, like, gringos, like, hanging out, like, en un pueblito or something like that, and I was like, pues, ¿qué hace ese pinche güero aquí? Like, hey, you're in the wrong pueblo type stuff.
Well,
you know?
Yeah, that's
it does happen. It's not something hella common, you know, because everybody likes the güeritos, but it has happened. That's what I'm just trying to say.
It's not the same connotation as gringos in the US. I mean, it can be to a point. It depends on the person. But, like, I've never been treated by my friends like, oh, you're a gringa, we're gonna treat you this way, or you can't. Like, they never treated me any type of way. You know what I mean?
Here?
Yeah. Also, with, like, different communities here in Mexico, I feel like they're also not treated a different way because everyone's just seeing, like, after example, say a Japanese person moves here to Mexico. Once their kid is born into Mexico, they're Mexican after that. Like, and that's a little bit, you don't think so?
No, I'm not saying that they're not Mexican. I'm saying like people don't see it that way.
And
I grew up here. I grew up here a lot of years, and I can tell you right now, like people don't see it that way.
And that's a little hypothetical, and that's a little hypocritical too, that people don't talk about in Latino America. Like, what do you mean someone born here isn't Mexican? Because what, they're descendant Asian? But then you're saying someone who's descendant of a Mexican in the U.S. is not Mexican.
Yeah, it's hypocritical. Yeah, I'm telling you, aquí they always see him as like, it doesn't matter from which Asian country you are, as long as you're Asian and you look Asian, they'll call you chinito. You know, and it happens a lot. And as well as like, if si es un güerito, pues eres güerito, or si sabes que, and if they know that you're from the USA, eres un gringo, and just vice versa. Here, if you're of color, you know what they call them. They call you dead ass black, and they don't see no problem with it, you know. And guys, you guys know what how you say black in Spanish. It's pretty bad, but here, like, it is the most common. It's the most common like nickname that I can think of that they call personas morenas, you know, because I've helped my dad in construction and stuff like that, and a lot of the trabajadores are morenos, and like they have each other like nicknames like that. And I'm like, back in the day when I lived here, I also saw it as normal. But after like living in the US and just like thinking about stuff, critical thinking about stuff is like, whoa, like
I just
it's so normalized to the bone here that, and they don't even see it that much as a problem, because, well, yeah, you're darker, but we're all Mexican, so you shouldn't be offended by me because we're all Mexican. That's how people see it.
Yeah, I feel like it's just a lot of cultural differences, and it just is what it is. It's just differences. You got to see it from both sides. You know, I see it from both sides. I really don't care. As long as you're confident in who you are, like, I don't care. Like, my friends call me gringa over here. People call me gringa over here. That's what I am here. But I know, like, I'm Mexican-American. I'm going to always be Mexican-American. You can't take that away from me. You know what I mean?
Yeah. I have, like, I don't know what I can even call myself to society nowadays because, like, well, I was born in the U.S., but I grew up in Mexico. But now I'm more like related to like the American side of stuff. But at the same time, I'm living in Mexico, you know, because we make content in English for y'all, like Latinos. But I live in Mexico, you know. It's just very hard. I don't know what I am. Maybe I'm just the superior being to everybody.
But yeah, that's what we think about this situation, y'all. And I just want to let you guys know, don't let anybody take your identity away from you. If you guys are putting in that work to be connected with your culture, know your culture. Yeah, there's another thing when you're claiming like, oh, I'm so Mexican, and you don't even put the ounce of effort to actually be in the culture, to actually learn the language, then that's a little hypocritical too.
But like technically you are Mexican, but you're also gringo, you know what I'm trying to say?
That's what I'm saying. You just gotta be confident in what you are, and that's what it is. You know. But yeah, that was like a huge discussion. I was thinking about doing a video on it, but I was like, I don't really care. But like, honestly, like, I get it, seeing from both sides, as long as you're confident in your identity, because that's a lot of, I had a lot of identity issues growing up, and that's where I'm at this point. Like, I know who I am, and it is what it is. You can't tell me shit. So do you know who you are is what the question is.
I don't know who I am.
Yeah, you still need to work with that.
I'm just a gamer.
I'm just a bad bitch. I'm just a cosplayer. Just kidding. Okay, guys, moving into some lighter, more funny topics. I don't really like to talk about controversial topics like that. Like, I'm just scared for like clapbacks. I don't know if that's the right word. For a lashback. I don't know.
Oh, yeah.
But guys, I just want to talk about something that I've been seeing on my For You page that is so funny. It's like worlds colliding. Corridos con anime. With anime.
Oh, yeah. Oh, my God. The anime edits with corridos are actually hard. I'm actually, the video I'm editing right now, I put one in.
Really? Yo, it's actually crazy because, like, the songs go with it so good. Like, it makes so much sense. Let me play one that I've been getting so many freaking anime edits on my For You page.
They're fire. There's this one Sukuna one. Oh my god.
They're actually kind of sad. That one was really sad. That one was
sad,
so sad. If you know, you know, y'all. I was like, this one's crazy. Have you seen this one?
Hey.
That was such a sad one. Oh my god, I love Jujutsu Kaisen, bro.
Especially with the corridos that are like that, like sad,
Yeah.
like damn, bro.
Then you know what else goes very good with them? Like Dembow.
Oh yeah, on like the
La
battles.
mamá de la mamá de la mamá de la mamá.
But there's ones like "Ay calor, oh, oh," and it's when Sukana comes in, and you know it fucking goes. You guys, we're being such fucking waves right now. But oh my god, like it's actually so good, these edits. I love edits, and especially like with like Brazilian funk. Somebody actually made a Brazilian funk edit of me, and that's how you know you made it in this life, when you get a Brazilian funk edit made of you. But just like the world's colliding, I seen a guy do a TikTok about it. He's like, has anybody been noticing all these edits of anime with corridos in the background? Because like stereotypically, people who watch anime are like gamers, people stay in their room all the time, like don't go to the gym, like stinking shit. And are like hella musty and stuff like that, and have like no bitches. Like that's the stereotype. That's the stereotype, right? And then no shade. And then like the stereotype of people who watch corridos like this.
Yeah, I'm more like in the corrido side, like cool, adventurous,
like
courager, like courageous,
like caguama,
sombrero, type shit, bulls.
Yeah. The guy in the TikTok was saying like it's crazy just seeing. Like, it's funny seeing those two stereotypes collide in a way, because now everybody's watching anime. It don't matter who you are. Tight shit.
Yeah, guys, I don't know why our For You pages are flooded with edits and Brazilian funk and Mexican corridos and Mexican rap, dembow.
Maybe because we keep liking them.
Who wouldn't like them?
Like, honestly.
Yeah, come on now.
Okay, I'm sorry to come out and tell you guys this, and I'm sorry to expose you, Michael.
What?
But there's something I want you guys to know about Michael that I feel like you guys would never have ever seen coming. Did you guys know Michael used to be a Jehovah Witness? Okay, not laughing at Jehovah's Witnesses, but that's just very unexpected. And it actually wasn't just him. It was his whole family.
I grew up with my parents trying to put me and my brother through being a Jehovah's Witness. And I'll tell you right now, it wasn't for us. It wasn't the funnest thing ever. But we had every week for a couple of years, los padres, or like people that would bring the sermon, come to our house for an hour and a half, something like that, to just read the notebook and read the Bible.
That's so funny.
Yeah, and I'll fall asleep every single time.
When this is some real Michael lore. Like, this is crazy lore. You have a lot of lore to you.
I do. I'm very interesting. I feel very interesting, but sometimes I just be forgetting about stuff because it was just, I lived through it and it's so normal. But like I've gone through a pretty good amount of things, you know.
You're gonna have some cool dad lore. We need to like start doing crazy shit. So when we finally have kids, we're gonna have some cool ass lore. You know what I mean? Because we're kind of living lame right now.
I want to accumulate the dad lore. So first I gotta get fit, and then I'll just start doing crazy shit. You know?
What's something on your first list of dad lore? Like what's your bucket list of dad lore?
Bungee jumping, skydiving. Traveling around the world.
But is that dad lore? Like, I need something specific. Like, I need a fucking...
Well, I can't do, like...
You just need to let
stuff.
You just need the experiences, need to let them happen.
Yeah.
Like, I want to try being a fucking DJ around the world for, I don't know, some random shit. Like, maybe go be a teacher for a second. Like, that's some real lore. Like, bungee jumping, boy.
Well, listen.
Everybody does that.
Well, listen. I feel dad lore and maybe mom lore is done more, like... when we're not like already in a relationship, like together, you know, like what sounds most interesting to our kids growing up would be stuff that we would do like in our single days, like how they would be single at the time, and our crazy days, the dumb days, college days. That's the type of vibe that dad lore would give out.
So you don't got nothing.
Yeah, so no. I can't get that type of dad lore no more, you know? Like, I can't be like, oh, so I was in a party once and I fought this guy, and like, oh, in the same party I went to the beach at 4 a.m. type stuff, you know?
No, like, I feel like I'm going to get some good lore. Like,
really?
It don't matter if I'm with you or not. I'm going to have good lore. Like, I don't need to be single to have lore. You know what I mean?
What's some lore you have right now?
Just what I said, boy. Fuck, what did I say?
You want to be a DJ around the world?
I want to be a DJ. Imagine being a DJ. Like, I want to just do random side quests.
Yeah, but what mom lore do you have right now?
Fuck it. Let's go.
Fuck it. Guess we both ain't shit.
Hey.
No, for real. What
Let me
lore?
think.
What lore? Maybe that you're an influencer, you know.
That's some
That's pretty
lame
cool.
ass lore.
That's pretty cool. Imagine, like, once we have kids, like, what if we're not doing, like, influencing no more? And then, like, it's just like, oh, yeah, your mom back in the day used to be an influencer.
You know what? This is some lore right now. Us being podcasters.
Yeah, it's just lore.
That's crazy. They're gonna see like everything. They're gonna see everything. It's
You know, like,
scary.
the coolest example or just, like, the craziest example I can think of, like, dad lore. So, obviously, I watched, like, Slushy News and stuff like that. And I seen that Martin's dad...
I think we talked about this already.
We did.
We're
Like,
giving...
he did beats and stuff like that. I was like, whoa. Like, imagine you're, like, learning something and your dad is like, oh,
I did that.
I did that. I done did that.
We're giving hella fan right now.
I don't care. They're pretty cool.
Yo, I seen this video about this couple that travels and stuff, and they're like, sorry, kids, we couldn't have you yet. We needed to travel and meet the world or something like that. And they would write postcards on every trip that they go to their future children. And I was telling Michael we should do that, but it's going to be so funny. I'm not going to be like, oh, we're thinking about you this trip, or we would love to bring you here one day. I'm gonna be like, brokies.
Yeah, you guys broke as hell, boy. Let's see if you guys can make it where we're at right now. Like, we're spending certain amount on Airbnb. What are y'all gonna do about it?
I'm like, y'all ain't even got a life plan or nothing, bro. Y'all done down bad.
Hella gassing him in the car.
I'm like, now the economy shit.
Imagine, but like, y'all would never be as good as we are.
I'm like, but here's a picture of where we went. Maybe one day you can reach
maybe edit yourself on it or something.
Maybe one day you can reach these levels. But yeah, I actually want to do that. I want to write postcards everywhere we go. So Brazil's gonna be our first one, and we're gonna write them something. But that's crazy to think about how, like,
what if we do something crazy and like, you and my mom did this, you and your mom did this and that. Tell you shit.
What crazy?
At the beach.
That's a little bit weird. What kids are talking about? You're a little weird one, aren't you?
I'm sorry. But what if, like, that's the highlight of the trip? Are we just gonna keep it to ourselves?
Yeah, what the fuck? We're not gonna put all the details in the postcard for our future kids.
I can't tell my homies, hey guys, crazy spot unlocked. No, I'm sorry, that was
maybe
funny.
we just shouldn't have kids.
No, we
Yeah,
shouldn't.
no.
Maybe we adopt.
No, I don't think we should.
I think I would be a great dad.
You'd be a weird dad. That's for sure.
No, I'd be a great dad.
And you just
I would make my kids also weird like me, but I would be a great dad.
But isn't that crazy how we could, like, dictate the whole future of our kids? Like, imagine we just decide we want to live in Brazil forever and have our kids fucking live in Brazil and grow up in Brazil.
And then we just leave them there. Come back to Mexico.
And then we just, like, take them in middle school and take them to Tokyo and have them grow up halfway in Tokyo. Like, what the fuck? What fucking identity fuck would that be? There's so many kids that's happened to too, though.
Yeah, I feel it's not I would want my kids to experience, like, where they want to go as they grow up, you know? Like, I would want to put them in a situation where they're stuck, like, where they're not going nowhere, to see if it will grow inside of them that I want to leave here and make a life for myself somewhere else. Like, I want to see if that will happen.
You're all doing experiments on your kids.
Yeah, I'm experiencing with my kids. Like, yes, have hidden cameras. Everything's going exactly to plan.
Oh my god, weirdo. That's what I'm saying, bro. You don't need no fucking kids.
I'm not in a weird way, bro. Oh my god. Like, just like, have you ever seen the Truman Show? The Truman Show, the movie?
Yeah, we got it.
You didn't see it, but in the Truman Show, like, he's living a life, but it's a reality TV show. Like, since he was born, there's cameras all around and stuff like that. And then, like, he thinks he's in the real world until he realizes and stuff like that. Oh, like, oh shit, I'm a TV show.
You love saying and stuff like that. That's your like. That's your filler word and stuff like that.
Oh, yeah.
You be like, and stuff like that and stuff like that. Yeah,
it's the Californian. It's part of the Californian accent.
The like?
Yeah, like the
what
like,
about
the
Okay, where'd you get that and stuff like that?
From listening to English and learning English.
Okay.
I grew up in California. You think I spoke like this when I first got to California? No.
But I'm saying, like, and stuff like that. That's a funny filler. Because you
Yeah.
use it a lot. Like, you use it so much.
I know. I don't even realize it's like
like, you're going to
it's
say.
like subconscious like that. Like stuff like that. It works though. It works,
It
but I
does.
use it a lot.
Honestly, I think it's better than using like, because you're kind of tricking everybody that you're not using like because you're saying a sentence, but
and saying a sentence and stuff like that.
and stuff like that. And it gives you just enough time to think about what you're gonna say.
Just
next.
enough time and stuff like that.
But guys, all I know is
I'm such a genius. I'm a genius. I'm genius. I'm genius level. I have a big ass brain.
You have a big ass head.
You have a big ass head. It looks like it's gonna fall off that skinny neck.
I'm skinny.
Did you say skinny?
Guys, all I know though is we're not raising our kids in the U.S. That's some lame ass lore.
I mean, yeah, I feel like the U.S. is already developed. Like it's like you can't be part of the development because it's already developed. Like I'm gonna make my kids grow up like
third world country.
third world country now. Mexico used to be a third world country until a couple years ago.
Really?
So technically, I grew up in a third world country. Yeah, we're second world now. I think something like that.
Glow up. You grew up in a second world.
Mexico glow up.
Anyways, guys, we hope you guys enjoyed this episode of Mexico Independence Day. We had fun. I had so much fun seeing this outfit, seeing you like this.
You like it? Did you guys like the outfit? Maybe I should start dressing like this. Did you like it enough for me to go out like this? Let's go eat dinner how we are right now.
Oh. I would need a change. You would fit in so good, though.
I do look like it, how with the beard and stuff.
You look hella colimense right now.
That's what I don't like about having a beard. So my style at heart is like streetwear, baggy, like warm, comfortable clothes, right? And I feel a beard does not go with that style. A mustache, maybe.
A mustache goes with it, 100%.
Yeah, but like a beard does not go with it. But I by necessity need to have a beard because you guys don't understand. In one day, my beard is back. I cannot be shaving every day because it would just fuck up my skin. I can't do that. So I need a beard, but it doesn't go with the style, and that pisses me off. I wish I had I would be Lampiño with the freaking kid face, so hair didn't grow.
You know what's crazy is that beard goes with this style crazy.
Even if I put the sombrero on right now, it would look crazy.
Wait, put it on. Ooh, that goes with the cowboy style good. Ooh.
This is perfect for a beard.
Perfect.
This sombrero.
Ooh.
Am I doing stuff to you?
Yeah.
Something feeling warm? Let's
Turn the cameras off.
end the podcast.